This is Judge Griffith.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. DPS and Nuttall Towing are requiring a legal name or a legal ID in order for the stolen truck to be returned. And as we don't commit any legal name fraud, I was wondering what sort of assistance your office could help in aiding us to either obtain express written consent to use the legal name in the birth certificate for ID purposes to get the truck back, or maybe if you care to, you could simply make a call to Nuttall Towing or to DPS, Officer McBride, to order Nuttall Towing to return the conveyance. Is that an option for you?
I'm not following some of the things you're saying. I'm not sure what you're meaning, legal name fraud, what exactly you're talking about.
Hey, I'd like to answer that question if I could. Hey, I'm one of the friends involved in this. I just got off the phone with Vital Records Arizona and told them about the situation, and I believe his name is Floyd. And again, we're not certain that it's Floyd Nuttall that's actually stolen this truck. However, he is the one who is maintaining the truck in his possession without permission from its caretaker. So I told Vital Records about this and Floyd's requirement of legal ID. Calling Vital Records, the purpose thereof was to find out if I could get written permission to use the birth certificate in order to acquire legal ID. Thus far, I have been told no from Vital Records. Vital Records will not give me written permission to use the birth certificate to then have created a driver's license or legal ID. So that's where we are. So Nuttall's Towing...
I'm sorry, and then is that for you or for somebody else? I'm not...
That is for any living being, anyone. Thus far, it's been demonstrated by Vital Records that no one is allowed express written permit to use the copyright-protected birth certificate, which Vital Records owns, and of which they sell copies of. They sell copies of their own intellectual property. So what I was asking them...
Right, so here's what I can suggest you do. If you feel that you have a lawsuit that you want to file, just file it in court.
We can't file lawsuits without a legal person in the birth certificate. And on top of that, we're not vengeful. We don't seek any controversy. We don't use the legal system, sir, because it's morally reprehensible. The legal system is for reprobates.
So then why are you calling me?
Because this particular man, Floyd Nuttall, who stole the truck, is demanding ID in order to get the truck back, which is a legal instrument that's illegal to use.
Are you using it, or are you not using legal system? I'm not clear.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I'm not sure. So you're saying you're not going to use the legal system, or you are?
Actually, it's illegal.
I'm not following.
Well, the legal system is a religion. It's just a legal cult. It's a society. We're not bar attorneys, so we're not members of that society. It's not our story. We don't have anything to do with it.
Why are you calling me then?
Well, are you an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a bar member of the legal society. We're not, and neither is Floyd Nuttall, and yet he is attempting to compel a living being to use a legal instrument for which no living being has permission to use.
I'm not following why you're calling me, though. I mean, if you want the legal system to help you out, I'm telling you how to do it. If you don't, then why are you calling me?
Well, there is no legal system. There's just living beings who are playing a part within some system that has been created by attorneys. What we're saying is that has nothing to do with us. It has something to do with you. But this Floyd Nuttall is under the delusion that he has some kind of actorship or some kind of role within the legal society, which he doesn't. He's not a bar member. And yet he's attempted. So what I'm trying to say is, since you're a bar member, why don't you tell this guy it's illegal to be doing or requesting legal documentation without a bar card?
Yeah, but
he's practicing law without a license.
Yeah, I'm not practicing law right now. I'm not acting as your lawyer. So I'll give somebody legal advice, and that's not what I'm going to do. I can't do that. I I can adjudicate cases that come before me. Can't just go around and tell people to do something when there's no case or controversy.
Well, yeah, so there's no controversy. It's just a stolen truck, and the strange thing is the guy's trying to act like an attorney. Just Floyd Nuttall.
If there's a stolen vehicle, what you need to do is go through either the sheriff's department or, depending on the jurisdiction, it could be also the.
We have done this, and a theft report has been rendered. And at this point,
you're doing what you're supposed to do then.
Well, here's what's going on. The people that are involved in this theft, they're the ones with the guns, and they're not really interested in having it another way. They just want to keep the theft going because it's immensely profitable to them. And you need to know about this. You indicated that you adjudicate things. Well, you need to know that you are overseeing a situation here which there's people who are not involved in legal society, me included. The guy whose truck was stolen, he's another one. The corporate policy associated with the legal system, such as the requirement for a driver's license, those things apply to legally created persons at a birth certificate. There are those of us that do not agree to be a birth certificated person or to represent one, as to do so would be morally reprehensible, number one, and secondly, it would be illegal to represent a legal person at a birth certificate without also being a bar attorney.
Okay, but I'm still not following your point as in why you're talking to me.
Because you need to know where we're coming from on this.
Why do I need to know this? If you're not going to file a case, why do I need to know?
Because there's a delusional world that you're a part of, and then there's a real world which we're a part of. The delusional legal world that you're a part of is it's called terrorism.
Why do I need to know that? That's my question.
Because you adjudicate people that come into your jurisdiction because police go and grab them, kidnap them off the road. And they come into your purview. You need to know that there was one that has recently come before you who said he's not a legal name and doesn't agree to a legal name. Those people need to be left alone, and their vehicles don't need to be stolen. Don't you guys have enough people out there who use legal names to prey on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just not following you.
It's illegal to use legal names. It's illegal to use a legal name. Unless you're a bar attorney, it's illegal to use a legal name.
Yeah, well, I don't... I'm sorry. A, I don't agree with that. B, I don't know where you're getting that.
Okay, if you don't agree with it, me not being a bar attorney, how can I legally use a legal name without express written permit to do so?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Why would you need permission to use a name?
Because it's a legally created thing. It's not my character. It's something that's got a copyright on it. It says right there in the birth certificate, void if copied, not to be used as ID. It's a legal character and a legal story.
My birth certificate doesn't say anything like that, so I don't know what you're meaning. I was looking at my birth certificate just 2 days ago.
Okay, did you create your birth certificate?
Nope.
Someone else did. Who created it? A corporation. A corporation created that, and who is the corporation animated by?
The state of Arizona. So, but
yes.
My point is that you're arguing something that it just at this point I don't know what you're talking about, and I guess I could spend an hour or two debating your theories, but
there's no reason to do that. I've already called Bottle Records, and they said that they will not provide, and legal counsel, by the way, at Bottle Records has said they will not provide express written permit to either request or use the birth certificate for any reason whatsoever. There's no argument.
Be that as it may, I still don't see the relevance.
Well, the relevance of that is that this guy, this towing company operator, he says you got to provide an ID, so that's breaking the law. He says you need to break the law in order to get your truck back that I stole.
My point is that I adjudicate cases. So if somebody stole a vehicle, okay, and we can argue the definition of stole or argue the definition of person or argue whatever we want, but we argue it in the context of the case, and there's no case before me.
Thou shalt not steal.
So,
have you ever heard of that?
What I'm saying...
Is there an argument to steal? Is there another definition? Thou shalt not steal.
Steal?
When it's
Obviously, people can argue over the definition of steal. I mean,
Well, okay. Well, you can.
Surely you understand that there's gray area as far as that goes.
Well, yeah. When you take something that doesn't belong to you, that's stealing. Is that gray?
No, that's not necessarily true.
So if you took something that doesn't belong to you, and the person that you took it from says, "Hey, give that back," and you don't give it back, is that
Right,
stealing?
like when a sheriff comes in and confiscates something because there's like some sort of legal action, the sheriff does not own that item.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't stolen either. There's a court order telling him he can do it. So,
Sure, he's stolen, but the reason why it's full of reprobates in the legal system is because the sheriff can steal and not have a consequence for it.
Well,
it's reprobates. That's why there's those of us who prefer to not be involved in the legal society. That is really for demonic, satanic type folks.
Okay. Be that as it may. Okay, whatever.
And plus, we're not Catholic. We're not part of the Vatican Corporation. You see, you have to use a legal name to become part of the Vatican.
No, but my question is, why am I talking to you? What do you want me to do?
I want you to know where we're coming from. You need to know what we know. Please do a Google search.
Let's assume I need to know.
Yes.
Okay.
You do need to know. You do need to know. You need to know the truth. You do, because there's a growing. Listen, your legal ideology. Your legal ideology does not apply.
And what's your name?
I have no idea. That's man stuff. Hey, I don't do man stuff. I don't have a name.
You don't.
Hey, you know what? When people ask me what my name is, I just tell them I am. I am.
You are.
I am.
You am. Okay.
I don't need to restrict it.
It's great talking to you, whatever your name is. And if you want to file a lawsuit, go ahead and do that. If not, I'm not sure.
Can I file it? Let me ask you, can I file a lawsuit without a legal name?
Can you file a lawsuit without a legal name?
Yeah.
I would assume you could. I couldn't.
Well, just so you know, no, you cannot file. A lawsuit cannot be filed unless by means of a corporate fiction at a birth certificate. Okay?
Well, at any rate, thanks for giving me legal advice. I appreciate it.
Okay.
And,
you need to just be aware of what's going on in your purview and that you've been noticed and this phone call has been recorded and will be going up on YouTube. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No, sir.